Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fully Loaded Wrestling FLW. We have a stacked card for you this evening. Tonight, we start our tag team title tournament for the FLW World Tag Team Championships. And that first matchup is actually coming up right here, right now. It'll be Alexis Danvers and Tara Monroe taking on the Jovian Twins. Here they are, Tara Monroe and Alexis Danvers. They had, a couple days ago, they had a lot to say about the other teams, towards the other teams, heading into this tournament. They know that they're a new tag team. They're not the odds-on favorite, but they may as well be just the underdogs. Two best friends who have gone through a lot this past year and have come together to lean on each other and try and get through this tournament. And now, here we have the second tag team in this tournament. Juno and Callisto, the Jovian Twins, making their entrance here this evening. 2 weeks ago, they, along with the Queens of Combat, made their FLW debut, and the Jovian Twins had that victory, secured the victory over the Queens of Combat in said match. These two teams here tonight are fighting for the same thing, the right to go to California in last rites, to vie to become the first ever FLW World Tag Team Champions. Unfortunately, only one of these teams can move forward. And hearing the chatter, the Jovian Twins here are the odds-on favorite to win this match over the newly formed team of Alexis Danvers and Tara Monroe. Now, Alexis Danvers is working with a bit of a disadvantage here. As you can see, her ribs are taped up on the side right there. She's been having trouble with her ribs for about the past month now. Last month at Heaven Meets Hell, she got ambushed by Jack Bradford, which put a strain on her ribs, and then a couple nights later, she fought Akira Yukimura at A Matter of Pride 5 Night 2, which only aggravated those injuries. Not to mention 2 weeks ago, Alexis taking on Alex Zero as Juno tries woman handling Alexis Danvers and is doing a successful job so far. Alexis needing to try and get the tag made to Tara. But 2 weeks ago, Alexis Danvers took on Alex Zero, and the actions of Alex Zero as Danvers gets that Poison Rana and makes the tag to Tara Monroe only aggravated those injuries more with her actions against Alexis Danvers in that match. Now Tara Monroe coming off a couple of huge victories, one against Violet Hayes in Empower and the other against Jack Bradford at A Matter of Pride 5 Night 1. And Juno with that huge ripcord knee strike as she tags in Callisto. And Callisto went for the Irish whip, but Tara avoided it, but gets elbowed in the face there. And Callisto tagging Juno in, tossing Tara Monroe. And Juno waiting for something here. And just the double team from the Jovian twins taking over this match. As I said before, the Jovian twins are the odds-on favorite to move on to last rites here. Danvers and Tar are both working with injuries. As Juno hits the Meteora and a moonsault, you can see Tar trying to make her way to Danvers, but is being separated from Danvers here. And Juno now off the rope, went for that backstabber, but getting Irish whip to the corner and tagging in Danvers. And Tara just tossing Danvers, just throwing caution to the wind. And Danvers now pulling the match back into her and Tara's favor. And Tara distracting Juno, allowing Danvers to take the match back into her hands. And Danvers now with that huge springboard splash as Juno is trying to crawl over to Callisto. And now back into the corner goes Juno, but Juno fights her way out. And that huge back elbow from Danvers. And Danvers now going to the top. And going for that 054, but no one home. Not good for the ribs, but Danvers reversing that Irish whip. And Juno fighting out of the corner. And Danvers fighting her way back into this match with that drop kick to the side of the head to Juno. And now head first slide to Juno Joe, going for the pin here. 1, 2, and Callisto breaks up the pin. Danvers needs to keep her eyes on the prize here. And Danvers going for the Irish whip, gets reversed. And Danvers fights her way out of the corner. Throwing Juno back into the corner here. Danvers going for the coast-to-coast face wash. And Juno moves out of the way. And Juno now tossing Danvers into the corner here. And Juno, what's Juno going for here? And just that nasty slap to the face of Danvers. And Juno with an avalanche Spanish fly. That is not good for those ribs of Danvers there. You could see Juno writhing in pain, but you can only imagine how Danvers was feeling in that moment. But gets that double knees into the corner, does Danvers. Danvers picking up Juno, and Juno slides out behind her. And Danvers tosses her to the corner, and going for stepping up, and hits that tilt-a-whirl DDT. And Danvers tagging in Tara Monroe. This is the smart strategy. Use your partner. Use the fact that you have a tag team partner to your advantage. However, Callisto is the freshest one in this match. She barely has had any ring time. As to Tara and Danvers have both been in this match already. But you always want to be making frequent tags to your tag team partner. Make sure that you're not expending too much energy. And that huge, that rocket kick, the jackpot, what Tar calls it, the jackpot connecting. But that only barely took down Callisto, and Callisto's right back in the driver's seat. As she makes a tag to Juno, like I was saying earlier, you got to make those frequent tags to your partner. And Juno went for a step-up kick in the corner. And just the knees to the kidneys. And Tara realizing, getting the tag in to Danvers here. And Danvers trying to go for that Irish whip. Went for the knees to the corner. But Danvers with the letter bomb. But Juno not letting that slide. And the huge backstabber. Again, targeting those ribs. The ribs are the weakest part of Danvers right now. And Danvers now tossing her to the corner, getting the elbow to the face. Danvers reversing that Irish whip. Running and hits that body splash. And Danvers making the tag to Tara again. And now Tara tossing Juno to the corner. But Juno reverses it. Makes the run and went for that kick again. But Tara not allowing it. Going for that Poison Rana herself. But no one home. Juno was too far away. And that huge Hurricanrana from Juno as she makes the tag to Callisto. Callisto now throws Tara into the corner and Juno being tagged in. Tara in big trouble here as Tara gets double teamed and that moonsault connects. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, there are 8 teams who are currently in this tournament. 8 teams who are currently in this tournament, and these are 2 of them. And only one can move on to the semifinals in 2 weeks. In 4 weeks, I should say. I'm sorry. That's my mistake. In 2 weeks, we will have the other 2 first-round matches as Callisto with that razor's edge and hitting that big boot. And Tara making the tag to Danvers, having the wherewithal to crawl to the ropes there. You can see Tara, her head got blocked. And went for the Mayday, but Callisto had it scouted. Callisto having had the Mayday scouted from Danvers. And Danvers once again, the tilt-a-whirl DDT. And Danvers now, Irish whip to the corner. And Danvers seemed like she was going for something, but Callisto had it scouted. Danvers took a bit too much time there. Callisto tossing Danvers into the corner there, fighting her way back out. And Danvers taking the fight to Callisto. And Danvers now getting tossed to the corner. Fighting her way back out. Went for the letter bomb, but atomic drop for her troubles. And a huge fall-away slam from Callisto Jove. Callisto tagging Juno in. And now Callisto on the outside. Danvers going for that coffin drop, but no one home. Juno making Danvers pay with that sliced bread. And Juno now going to the top rope. That moon stomp. That's got to be it to the ribs. 1, 2, and Danvers able to kick out, but you can see her clutching her ribs. Danvers Juno tossing Danvers into the corner. And once again, Juno with that huge slap to Danvers. And Juno once again, another Spanish fly from the top rope. And you have got to think, you got to know Danvers is in a whole lot of hurt right now. And Danvers makes the tag out. But Tara going for the Dragon Sleeper here. And Juno makes it out. And Tara taking the fight to Juno. And with that enziguri and Danvers running. Danvers is taking Callisto out of the equation. Ladder bomb from Danvers here. And Tara lighting up Juno here. With that side slam into the mat.
Hey, Lexi! Mayday!
And Tara
got it.
directing traffic.
Coming through.
Mayday from Danvers. And Tara already knowing she's getting back up with that jackpot. But Juno's already still getting back up. But no! Party poison from Danvers! Party poison from Danvers! And Danvers dragging Juno to the middle of the ring. Letting Tara finish the job. 1, 2, 3. Against the odds that they were facing. Tara and Alexis Danvers have defeated the Jovian Twins, one of the most decorated teams in the business, and they just formed. What does this mean for the rest of the tournament?
But out of it like a quitter, born to quit. Yeah, we know you're. When we pass the headline, you can't be bothered to try. You're in a mindless rush to die.
I already took the bounty off of your head at Heaven Meets Hell, and the fact that you're over here trying to call me a coward and say I didn't finish the job, fine then, you can go ahead and say all you want. But the fact that you're saying that you want to take me to Powerbomb City with the only population of being me, I find that rather funny. Hilarious even. So what's going to happen is saying that you wanted to fight me, not in a match, nowhere else, fine then. But just hope that I won't be the one to end your career. Perhaps you didn't get the memo recently. And I don't mean physically, metaphorically, hypothetically. I am dead. Straight up.
Oh my god, that was so awesome! It was so cool to see the jackpot up close like that.
Nowhere near as cool as your party poison. You know, it's always a joy to see you hit it from afar, sure, but being so close by to witness that was incredible.
I mean, come on. The fact that we could put those two together and...
God, you just can't make this shit up. Right after you make that big, brave, bold speech to me about you and Rose, here you are, Monroe, worrying more about Danvers here and FLW than the fight that you should be focused on. Eclipse, and the LGBTKO World Tag Team Championships.
Ouch. Well, to be fair, we are in FLW, not LGBTKO right now, so it's kind of different.
Did you just come here to taunt us, Kel? Or do you actually have a legitimate reason for being here?
Actually, I think her match is on next. It's against Gab, right, Cal?
Yeah, that's right. Gav Ashton, Pipeline Transitional Champ. Hell of a debut, huh? Beating the Joves was real impressive, Danvers.
I mean...
Yeah, we beat the Joes. As a team. We just defeated one of the most decorated duos in this entire industry in our very first outing as a tag team. People would have had Juno and Kaliskil as the favorites to win this entire tournament, but we shut that right down and proved that we are not to be underestimated by anybody.
Not a team Newsflash could beat, though, huh, Monroe?
Well, it's not like you and Scout had much luck the last time either. Even with them fighting two other teams beforehand. But I thought the Grey and Mighty Eclipse were so much better than that, huh?
Is now a bad time to mention that I've been...
Oh, she's got some bite after all. Like I said, Jove's a world class, and Eclipse is one apiece against them. We've seen their shoulders pinned to the mat. Tell you what, maybe once we crush you and Rose, we'll settle the score with the twins next then, huh?
Is that truly how you believe things will go? Rose already got one over on Scout. And you, for whatever reason, seem to genuinely think that she's not going to pull another stunt like she did back at Ameripride 5 just to keep those tag titles around your waist.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I'm looking past you, 'cause you and Rose are a wonderful little mid-card tag team. You fit there. You do a great job hyping the crowd up for the real stars. It's where you and her belong, Monroe. Let's be real. Scout won't need to pull any stunts to beat you. You're not Nombi. As talented as you are, and you both have some real potential, sure. But the cold, hard truth is that you're just not that level.
Well, let's say we aren't at your level. If we happen to beat the, as you say, real stars and win those tag titles, then what then? You defended those belts, what, almost 10 times now? Being some of the very best tag teams in the entire world.
Tara, hey, come on. We just won.
Hold on, Lexi. Well, Cal? If you say Newsflash truly aren't in the same league as Eclipse, then what happens when we beat you?
Then you'll have shook the whole world to its core. What other fucking fantasies do you want to entertain? You're good, Monroe. You and Rose both. But you're just not ready. Nowhere near ready. Watch our tapes, study our whole reign, learn what we've been trying to teach you this whole time. And if you've really taken it in, then at least you won't embarrass yourselves out there. At least you'll do your gym proud. Maybe, if you're lucky, you'll even do Tommy proud. I know how very desperate you are for his approval. I wonder how much he's taught you by now.
Tara, really, come on, let's go out. We just beat the friggin'
Lexi, can you give me a fucking second? This is too important.
Right. You know, I thought our tournament was important too. Guess fucking not. No wonder I never team with anyone. I'm just fucking fine on my own. Whatever.
Wait, Lexi.
And now you've gone and pissed off your FLW better half. Even with those cracked ribs, she'll be better off. But hey, keep that up if you really want to impress Tommy. You'll be just like him. I saw you do his move now, that biohazard. But you don't hit it the way he used to, do you? You don't have his eyes for it. You don't have his instinct. Truth is, Monroe, you're just a pathetic little girl, grasping for some semblance of a figure to replace Kyle fucking Noble.
You know, maybe a month or two ago, I would have beat the shit out of you until you're unrecognizable to everybody who for some reason cares about you for saying all of that to me that you did just now. But I'm not like Alex, and I'm sure as hell not anything like Kyle. Don't get me wrong, Kel. I am going to beat the share of you. Make no mistake about that. But not here. Not tonight. There's a time and a place to settle things. And that's the awards show. Now, if you'll excuse me, Miss Fallon, I need to go after my best friend. I'll see you soon, Black Valentine. Try not to injure the other shoulder in the mattress, Gav, yeah? Ciao.
Oh, trouble in paradise already for Tara Monroe and Alexis Danvers as we get set for our next match. The team may be over before it even gets started, but like I said, it's time for our next match. We have Gav Ashton, who's had a rough go of it recently and seems to have taken a toll on her mentality heading into her matches. Unfortunately, taking a loss. Well, I shouldn't say taking a loss. Failing to capture the FLW Openweight Championship at Heaven Meets Hell last month. And being unsuccessful in capturing the World Championship in Unite for Impala. And here we have our in-ring debut of the Black Valentine, Kel Valen. One half of the LGBTKO Tag Team Champions alongside Scout McKenzie, having picked up a victory over back in Heaven Meets Hell last month over the squad in Macy Rage and Piper Salazar. Afterwards, Yuri Watanabe approached Kel Valen about wrestling full-time here at FLW. But Kel Valen, part of Eclipse, with Scout McKenzie, Akira Yukimura, and Portia Page. Making her official singles debut here tonight against Gav Ashton. Now you see Gav Ashton Cal Valen. And here we go. And Gav already going for a pin here, trying to get the quick victory. Not even a 1 count. And Gav going for that moonsault, getting Kel right away, going for the pin again. And not even a 1. Tensions are high between Tara Monroe and Kel Valen right now, as Gav Ashton already hits this eclipse, but Kel finally getting some semblance of an attack here this evening. Gotta wonder just how long this has been building up between Tara and Kel. But Kel can't afford to look past this evening. She has to keep her eyes on the goal, and that's this match with Gav Ashton. And that is exactly what she's doing. And Gav Ashton came out of the gate hot. She came out white hot. And seems to still be trying to keep that momentum going against Kel Valen. And went for that missile drop kick and taking the fight to Kel Valen, going for that springboard moonsault. And now Gav Ashton trying to keep the fight on Kel, but Kel with that clothesline from hell, I believe that's the Burley Hill Bomber, the BHB. And now went for something. Gav caught the foot but wasn't able to catch the kick. And Kel faking out Gav and going for the pin. Not even a 1. And Gav, once again, back on the offensive here against Kel. And now going for this double stomp, but Kel was able to get away from it, but not for long. Gav taking the fight to Kel, but Kel getting the knees up, and that sling blade from Kel Valen. Ducks under and hits the Burley Hill Bomber once more. The Burley Hill Bomber, I believe. And went for that move again, but Gav once again had it scouted. But Kel still in the driver's seat here, but not for long as Gav Ashton moves out of the way. And Gav taking what Kel is dishing out and dishing it back even harder. And Gav having that cattle mutilation and locked in tight. But Kel rolling out of it. And Gav showboating a bit here, but you can't let up against Kel Valen, but she's more than holding her own. I know Kel would not want to start off her singles run here in FLW with a loss, but Gav Ashton might just make that happen here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with that ripcord knee strike, going for the pin here. 1 and just a 1 for Gav Ashton. And Gav went for something, but Kel gets that springboard drop kick, going for the pin. 1, 2, and Gav kicks out at 2. You can see Kel getting a bit frustrated here, but getting back to the task at hand. Going for the pin, but her feet were on the ropes, but Gav was able to kick out at 1. And the Kiwana style kicks to Gav Ashton's head. And now going for the she pump on my hand until I drive her. 1, 2. And Gav kicks out at 2. And just like that, Kel gets the match back into her favor. And Gav running into the ref there. And with that huge, that air crash neck breaker that bites the dust. And Kel once again looking for another move, but Gav having it scouted and having that figure 4 locked in into the figure 8 leg lock there, but too close to the ropes. Gav had to let it go. And once again, Gav went for the boiling point. Went for the boiling point, but Kel had it scouted. If Gav connected with the boiling point, that could have very well been the end of the match. And now Kel with that huge driver into the mat. Now Kel calling Gav back up to her feet here. And again, Gav with the final flash knee strike. And went for that clothesline, and Gav once again showing that she's not a pushover. And Gav once again went for that boiling point, but again, Kel had it scouted. And Kel now went for that stomp, going for the pin here. 1, 2, 3. Kel Valen is your winner of this match, but you had to wonder how close for comfort was that for Kel Valen. Gav Ashton came for a fight, and that's what she gave to Kel Valen. Her singles debut here in FLW. Again, there were a few close calls for Kel in that match. You noticed that she had to make sure that she didn't get hit by that boiling point, or else it could have been over right then and there.
Are you ready for the biggest E-Fed tournament? The biggest tournament of all the times. Over 200 of the greatest warriors will enter. But who will reach for the stars?
1 foot off the edge, I'm jumping in. This is where it all began. A sky of diamonds lights up a world within. A world within. This is where it all began.
Madison, 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 M-A-D-I-S-O-N, Madison, M-A-D-I-S-O-N, Madison, 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 Madison,
Nomi Matsumoto, B. Barrett, Madison Rays,
Madison, 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 M-A-D-I-S-O-N, M-A-D-I-S-O-N, Madison, 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 Madison.
Wait, what the hell? Alex Zero backstage attacking Evie Mac. Evie Mac was supposed to address the crowd here this evening, but Alex not letting that happen. What the hell?
Yeah. Saved everyone the trouble. Blah, blah, blah. I'm the victim. Blah, blah, blah. I earned my place. I'll show you what a true earning does to a person. Caravan park, chavved up.
Miss Zero, what in the hell do you think you're doing? 今すぐマックごとから手を離せ。My office, now.
Our general manager laying down the law to Alex Zero. But now we have a bit of a sweet treat as Samuel North making his entrance. He wanted some mic time here this evening to explain why he's here and just to get the overall feel of the crowd. I did forget to mention earlier, welcome to the new FLW Fully Loaded Wrestling Arena. Yes, we are still in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but we got an upgrade, ladies and gentlemen. We are now emanating from Dickey's Arena. Yuri Watanabe used some connections to get some upgrades. Speaking of upgrades, Samuel North, instead of Jack Bradford, having laid out Jack Bradford at the beginning of our last episode,
FLW faithful, how are we doing tonight? I can feel your energy, and I can especially feel when I was going down that ring. It feels so good to be here. Now, why am I here? Well, funny story. You see, as you know, Jack Bradford is running rampant across this fine company, mainly targeting one Alexis Danvers. Danvers does not want to deal with someone like Jack Bradford in a good way, of course. I respect Alexis Danvers with all my heart. She is pretty good, and she's paying me a bit for this, but like, we don't focus on that part. We focus on this. Jack, your focus is on me. Danvers is not an issue to you anymore. And I hope I made that clear last week when I speared you. And I'll make it clear every single week you're here. If you're not here this week, you're lucky. And hey, we have history. We have history that spans across different Samuels in different companies in different places. Most recently, Samuels. And, you know, through it all, this is a point of contention. This is a point of no return. You don't have any estates. You don't have any kill squads. It's just you. It's just me. I don't have anything surrounding me either. I haven't had it for a long time. So when it comes down to it, I was brought in here to take you out. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be your kill squad. As in, I'm going to take you down. And that is not just a prediction or a spoiler. I'm not Paul Heyman here trying to tell you what it is. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Wake up and I'm feeling like a...
Well, strong words from Samuel North, not backing down from Jack Bradford, standing 10 toes down as we get set for our next match, which is our world champion Zeke Salizer making his in-ring return to FLW since Heaven Meets Hell last month, having had to deal with Mad Dog Wes recently. Mad Dog having all of Zeke's attention here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight, Zeke Salazar's opponent is none other than Damian Styles. Zeke having had, I see we have a new bit of an intro here, ladies and gentlemen. As Damian Styles makes his entrance, as I was saying, Zeke Salizer being victorious over Adam Rage in their No Holds Barred match last month at Heaven Meets Hell, and since then has been taking some time to heal and is now returning to the ring here this evening against Damian Styles. You have Zeke, we have Damian Styles as we get our match underway, and immediately a back body drop from Zeke Salizer. Damian Styles running into Zeke head first, but Zeke going for the roll up and getting that huge leg drop in. Zeke going up to the middle rope here. And now Zeke, what's he planning here? Damian's up and went for that double axe handle. Damian in trouble, but fighting his way back into this match here. And ladies and gentlemen, last episode we did hear from Zeke Salizer towards Mad Dog West, and Zeke not having a whole lot of nice things to say, not really very impressed with how Mad Dog debuted, attacking him after his match. As Damian goes for the pin, 1, 2, and Zeke picks out at 2. now going for the pin again. 1. And Zeke kicks out at 1. And Damien trying to take the fight to the world champion. And going for the pin here. And not even getting a 1. The ref taking a bit of time. And the neck crank. And Damien with that Luthez press. And now going up to the top rope with that coup de grace, it looks like. Now getting Zeke to get to his feet. And it looks like Damien's starting to catch up to Zeke. And that huge slam going for the pin here. 1, 2, and Zeke kicks out at 2. And that kick from Zeke Salizer. And that huge Death Valley driver. And Zeke, that huge leg drop. Damien trying to go to the outside. Get some breathing room. But Zeke not allowing it. With a clubbing blow to the back. And now Zeke dropping him neck first on the ropes. Ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight. Other than that elbow drop from Zeke Salizer, we still have our other tag team tournament match, which sees Enchanted with Dakota Wheeler and Sarah Miller taking on the squad with Macy Rage and Alex Holloway as Damien goes for the pin and Zeke kicks out at 2. Not only that, we also have our main event this evening, Jessica Harper taking on Cassandra Blade. And that huge rope-assisted curb stomp, 1, 2, and Zeke kicks out at 2. Damian Styles taking it to the champ here. And that Zeke getting those knees up. Here comes the Salazar Claymore. Going for the pin here. 1, 2. And Damien kicks out at 2. And now Zeke hitting End of Days. 1, 2. And Damien still kicks out. And now, Zeke, what you looking for here? And just lets him drop. And now, Damian Styles with an impressive showing here this evening against our world champion, but taking the turnbuckle pad off the corner, going for the pin, and Zeke kicks out. And the ref getting the turnbuckle back on, and Zeke rolling out of the way. And that huge power slam and just slamming Damien into the mat over and over. And went for that big boot, but Damien had it scouted. And now a neck breaker to Zeke Salizer. And once again, we still have the maybe a new arena, but we still have the 20 count. And a huge DDT. Just going at it. Damien Styles hanging with the world champ here today, ladies and gentlemen. And now the both men getting back into the ring. And now, with the South of Heaven going for the pin here. 1, 2, 3. Zeke Salizer is your winner. Salizer wins his first match back after his win at Heaven Meets Hell. Congratulations, Zeke Salizer. You've earned this.
Knock, knock. Guess who's back? So, Zeke, let me get this straight, right? You telling me that I should be the one to watch my back because what? The voices in your head are talking to you again? Ooh, I'm so scared. Listen close, Zeke. What I did to you at Heaven Meets Hell, let's just say that was just me testing some things out around here. But let me say this, that was no mistake. You see, I didn't come to FLW to wait in line and beg for title shots. I came here to take what I want, when I want. And you have something that I want. So let me tell you how things finna go from here on out, alright? While I continue to insert my presence around this place and keep my dominance up, you finna keep your head on a swivel, looking left and right. And I'm to keep lurking in the shadows. And when I decide to strike, best believe, buddy, it's finna be when that title is up for grabs. 'Cause I'm the dog pound king around these parts. And when the mad dog steps into the scene, it's finna be 1, 2, 3, catch a body and leave. So enjoy your title. Enjoy your reign. Enjoy it while it lasts. Because tick-tock, sooner or later, your man's worst nightmare, Mad Dog West, is finna come for that title and take it.
I got your picture, I'm coming with you, dear Maria, count me in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle, and I'm the pen. When the lights go up, I wanna watch the way you take the stage by storm. The way you wrap those boys around your finger. Go on and play the leader, 'cause you know it's what you're good at. The low road for the fast track, make every second last. 'Cause I got your picture, I'm coming with you, dear Maria, count me in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle, and I'm the pen. Make it count when I'm the one who's selling you out. 'Cause it feels like stealing hearts, calling your name from the crowd. There's an old move, you'll be the showgirl of the home team. I'll be the narrator, telling another tale of the American.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Alan Montoya and J.K. Loudon are fighting backstage. Someone needs to separate them. Someone get security back there. What the hell?
Mirabelle, you talk about my career and what I've been up to in Starlight or my tag team stuff in FLW. So let's talk about what I've been up to. I've been pushing myself to limits. I never thought I could reach proving to everyone that I can do things on my own. The only difference is I didn't need to betray my family to do it. And the fact that you think it's cowardly to not do, so tells me all I need to know about you. You say my family are failures, but I think you forget who the Salizer family is. My older brother is the FLW World Champion and one of the most decorated men in all of wrestling. Samantha is the goddess, the twisted sister, and one of the hardest workers in the company, and will be a great mother. My other sister is one of the best to ever do it, and well, I don't think I need to remind you of the scars she's given you. And then there's me. And I'll admit, I'm not as successful as my siblings. I'm the weird one, the black sheep of the family, you could say. But that only leads to my advantage, because overconfident bitches like yourself constantly underestimate me. And Mirabelle, if you do the same, you will understand just who the Queen of Weird really is.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, we did get order restored backstage, but now it is time for championship action as we finally get the match we were promised such a long time ago. Mike Magnum Maxwell taking on Nico Raiden for the LGBTKO World Title.
Somebody come to take on my body. This is the shittiest party I've ever seen in my life. No, I'm not even gonna get my feet on the seat.
So, last time we were supposed to have this match, Jack Bradford was attacked backstage And Jack Bradford attacked him backstage and took his place in that match. So now we are finally getting it here and now. And now we have the LGBTKO World Champion in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, the Limit Break Punk and the LGBTKO World Champion Nico Raiden. It's been a tumultuous month for Nico Raiden, as last month at A Matter of Pride Night 2 she came out victorious over Brandon Dicey's in the main event of A Matter of Pride 5 Night 2, retaining the LGBTKO World Championship. And not only that, 2 weeks ago it was confirmed that Nico Raiden would be going head to head with the debuting Sophia Winters in a shell-shocking announcement for the company. But right now, she needs to focus. She needs to focus on the here and now. Mike Magnum Maxwell. And here we have Mike Magnum Maxwell, the challenger. And then we have Nico Raiden, our champion. All right, Nico's ready, and so is Mike. And here we go. And the two locking up here. Mike immediately getting control. Going for the pin already, going for the pin. And no such luck for Magnum Maxwell. And Nico playing in his face here a bit. And controlling the arm of Mike Magnum Maxwell. You've got to wonder what may be going through the mind of Nico Raiden, as she wanted to earn her spot on Last Rites. But the fact of the matter is, she was granted the opportunity to be on Last Rites by Yuri Watanabe, our general manager, and was even told by Yuri how impressive she's been and that she's been keeping an eye on Nico Raiden. And if that she was going to be on Last Rites, it wouldn't be just against anybody. No, she brought in one, as Mike kicks out at one, she brought in the final boss, the prodigy of madness. The same woman that defeated her LGBTKO stablemate, Alexis Danvers, Sophia Winters. It was a shell-shocking moment for the FLW fan base when Sophia Winters appeared on everybody's television screen. And Fisherman Suplex And Mike with that huge moonsault going for a simple ground and pound, but Nico had it scouted. And now slammed into the mat. And Mike looking for something here. And slamming Nico into the turnbuckles and huge springboard moonsault. Nico in a bit of trouble here against Mike. And just getting a big boot to the face for her troubles. And now a huge enziguri, huge Shining Wizard to Nico Raiden. And Nico shoving Mike off. And Mike right back into the driver's seat here. But Nico jumps behind and hits that inverted DDT. And Mike now with that huge springboard Rana, a huge springboard Dragon Rana. And went for the drop kick to the side of Nico's head, but no one home. And Nico going for the pin. 1, 2, and Mike kicks out at 2. And now a huge knee followed by the Bulldog out of the corner. Going for the pin here. 1, 2, not even a 2, just a 1. And now went for the power slam, but Mike had that scouted and hits the reverse DDT. And Mike now getting caught by Nico Raiden. Just as a bit of a heads up, the winner of this match actually will head on to the LGBTKO award show to face AJ Parker to defend the LGBTKO World Champions. And that is in just over 2 weeks on September 5th. And Nico now with a knee to the face of Mike Magnum Maxwell. And now Mike in a precarious position as Nico body slams him. But Nico having to get down. Taking in the adoration of the crowd. And now Nico with that huge drop kick to Mike Magnum Maxwell. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have 2 matches left on our docket here this evening as Nico Raiden sets up for that huge Shining Wizard. And Nico going up top. And went for that flying forearm, but Mike had it scouted and moved out of the way. And Nico fighting her way back into this. And the kill, Jill. Going for the pin here. 1, 2. And Mike manages to kick out at 2. Like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, we do still have 2 matches here on our docket right here tonight. Right up next, our co-main event is Enchanted versus The Squad. Dakota Wheeler and Sarah Miller taking on Macy Rage and Alex Holloway in our next match for the FLW Tag Team Championship Tournament, which will culminate at Last Rites. As Mike takes the driver's seat back from Nico. And then our main event, we'll see Jessica Harper. The first time we've seen Jessica Harper since Heaven Meets Hell. One, two. And Nico manages to kick out to keeping a hold of her title. And going for that forearm of his own. But the first time we've seen Jessica Harper, and she's taking on Cassandra Blade. And going for that stunner, that eclipse. Going for the pin. 1, 2, and Mike kicks out at 2. Still alive for this match. And Nico with a huge shining wizard. Throwing Mike back in. Going to the middle rope. What she got planned here. Calling Mike up to her feet. And a huge Meteora from Nico Raiden, the champ. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier tonight, as Nico gets hit with that DDT, going for the pin. 1, not even a 2, just a 1. But earlier on this evening, in our first match of the evening, the newly formed team of Tara Monroe and Alexis Danvers they were able to take down the Jovian twins in their first match, which is an impressive feat. And the fact that they were able to do this solidifies their fact of taking this seriously. But unfortunately, with that huge kick from Mike Magnum Maxwell stunning Nico Raiden, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, after the match, things started getting rocky for Danvers and Tara already. That might be it for Nico. That might be it for Nico. We may have a new champion here, ladies and gentlemen. Or not. Going Irish whip. And Mike got a bit greedy there. 1, 2, and Mike is able to kick out. But things started getting rocky for Tara and Danvers as Calvin confronted Tara backstage, and understandably so, Alexis was trying to get Tara to focus on the fact that they just won, with Nico getting the kill. Jill going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And after a hard-fought match, Nico Raiden is your winner and still LGBTKO World Champion. Nico Raiden, you've got to know that Sophia Winters was watching that match very, very closely. And it looks like Nico's grabbing a microphone.
Ever since I came to Fully Loaded Wrestling, no matter how much I had to scratch and claw to get the time of day, all I wanted to do was show the world that I belong not just here in FLW. I wanted to show the world that I belong here in professional wrestling. That being said, I'm able to sink my teeth into something more, rather than making a cameo appearance every now and then. And that's what makes my last showing here that much more special. Yuri gave me exactly what I wanted when I first stepped through those doors. A chance, and that chance just so happens to be my very first pay-per-view match for this company. So to that, I want to say thank you. And now, that brings me to you. Sophia Winters. Look, I'll admit, as excited as I am for this match, respectfully, I just hardly know anything about you. You may even say the same about me. I mean, come on, this is my rookie year. I won't take offense, but make no mistake. I'm not taking you for granted. I treat every match as if it were my last, and soon you'll find out that the prodigy of LGBTKO is the quickest study that you'll ever meet. I plan on giving you the fight of your life. I just hope that you're willing to give me the same courtesy.
And powerful words from the LGBTKO World Champion Nico Raiden towards Sophia Winters. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an action-packed night this evening already. Opening up with Tara Monroe and Alexis Danvers defeating the Jovian twins to head on to the semifinals. And here you see Alex Zero talking to Yuri Watanabe in Yuri's office after an attack on Edie Mack earlier this evening. But more on that a bit later. We still have 2 matches left, and next up is our next tag team tournament match coming up. Sarah Miller and Dakota Wheeler, the WPW Goddess Tag Team Champions, sporting their belts interpromotional. That was a big point that Alexis Danvers had made a while ago, was the fact that during their promo, Alexis Danvers pointed out that they were the WPW Goddess Tag Team Champions. And they decided to sport that, to remind people just who they are. And ladies and gentlemen, if Tara and Danvers are able to get to last rites, along with Dakota Wheeler and Sarah Miller, Alexis and Dakota have a bit of history here in FLW. So you gotta wonder what's going through the mind of Alexis Danvers as she watches this. And here we have the squad. We have the debuts, actually, of both Sarah Miller and Alex Holloway, both on opposing teams. This will be Macy Rage's second opportunity at Tag Team Gold. Her first, at least here in FLW, because her first chance was facing Eclipse and coming up short back at Heaven Needs Help. And we haven't heard much from her since. Now it's her chance to, it's her chance to bounce back from that, try and set her sights on this other set of gold. And now both teams are ready. Here we go. Dakota Wheeler already on the offense with Alex Holloway. And now Alex trying to take it to Dakota, but Dakota obviously not having it. You gotta wonder, even with the tensions already brewing between the best friends of Tara Monroe and Alexis Danvers, just if Danvers is watching this very closely, because we all know that Danvers, this is important to Danvers, and she is a very stubborn person. No matter who wins this, she's probably going to try and, if anything happens between her and Tara, she might try to go it all by herself just to get to the last rites. And that huge powerbomb from Macy, that double team from the squad. Huge double axe handle. And now Sarah Miller finally able to get her bearings and get out of the ring. And Dakota with that huge slap. And a huge avalanche suplex. Dakota going for the pin already. You gotta wonder. It's been a bit of a down month for Macy. It's been a bit of a down month for Macy. She's challenged for and lost titles several times in the course of the past month. And now she has a chance to go for more tag titles and gets the tag to Alex Holloway, but getting up, Sarah Miller shooting herself like a bullet at Alex Holloway. And Sarah Miller with a huge Hurricane Rana. Sarah now that submission in, got the submission in, but gets shoved away by Alex. And Sarah went for the hip attack. Alex being able to move out of the way and gets that single leg drop kick, tagging in Macy Rage. And I had mentioned it's been a tough month for Macy Rage too, as she's had to deal with her father Adam Rage pretty much disowning. So she's been a bit of a mess, and is trying to prove herself, trying to get herself back into the game. We're already tagging back out to Alex. It's that tag team mentality again. You have to make sure you're making frequent tags so that way no one member is taking all the brunt or using up all their energy. Going for the pin here. One. Kick out at one. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have one more match here this evening, and that is our main event, which will see Jessica Harper taking on Cassandra Blade in what's sure to be a hard-hitting match. And now, Sarah Miller, having had control of Macy, that huge DDT from Macy, with tagging back out to Alex. Again, that tag team mentality, making sure no one person stays in the ring for too long. And now Sarah tagging out to Dakota and hitting a double team, that double shoulder block, that double shoulder tackle. And Dakota now, springboard Dragon Rana to Alex Holloway, going for the pin. One, kick out at one. And the ref getting a bit caught in the crossfire here. And that huge spinning driver. The ref's a bit stuck. Jackie's stuck. And Jackie's finally out of the line of fire. Dakota. You can see just how much both these teams want this with the super kick to Dakota Wheeler. But you can see just how much both these teams want so bad to be able to go to last rites and call themselves the inaugural FLW World Tag Team Champions. There will be several champions of the tag team division for sure, but only one will be able to have the honor of calling themselves the first, the inaugural, and no one will be able to take that away from them. Now Macy went for the double knees into the corner. Dakota now ducks under. Went for the enziguri, but Macy had it scouted. Once again, going for the enziguri, but miscalculated there. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought these tag matches were something special, we still have 2 more tag matches for the qualifiers next episode. And now Macy tags out to Sarah. But wait, Dakota also tags out to Sarah. And Sarah firing herself out of a bullet, out of the gate like a bullet. And the pixie flex from Sarah Miller. Wait, I think Dakota Wheeler slammed Macy into the stairs. Cameras didn't catch it, but Dakota rammed. You could hear the steps. Dakota rammed Macy into the steel steps to keep her from interfering with the pinfall. Dakota Wheeler and Sarah Miller enchanted. They are moving on to the semifinals. They will face whoever is the winners between Synergy and Queens of Combat.
You take their hands and you break a reaction. Break down, now you can't trust no one. You say yourself, you motherfucker, I can say right now. Like a false flag, traitors all around. I'm discontent until they stand down. When your spirit's black and blue, and the heroes all desert you, will you curse what's coming true?
Fatality.
Can't step in my way. Head first and you love and dismay. It's like beating the dead. I get to tell it in. I can't stop going out of my head. Whatever this could be, I never know. I never said it'd be the end all to be all. I hate you today. I can't find a way. Don't drag me down now. Goodbye. I've had enough frustration.
You have a moment to talk.
What do you want, Tara?
I wanted to apologize for what happened earlier between us.
When you pretty much told me that this isn't as important as anything else. That we went through the Joves for almost nothing.
I know it doesn't excuse it, but I was so focused on Kel that I didn't consider your feelings. She was really getting under my skin, and I couldn't just let her win. But I know I upset you, and I know I hurt you with what I said. This not being important, that's not true. Not in the slightest. This is very important to me, Lexi. And I need you to know that.
You know how Kel gets. I know how she gets. And you still played into her hand. Made me feel like an afterthought. Again. After the last time I felt like an afterthought in someone's life. So sorry if I'm not exactly the most forgiving right now.
No, you're correct. It wasn't right of me. And I'm sorry. I wanted to hurt her, you know. Not long after you left. She said some shit that really made me want to beat the fuck over. But I stopped myself. The truth is, Lexi, I knew you and Kel had been training together. I've known for a while, actually. I mean, nothing gets past your best friend, right? But I just was so focused on getting one up on Kale for everything that she's done recently that I wasn't thinking straight. And I am so sorry.
I don't exactly hide the fact that I train with them anymore. Do you know my reasoning? Why I want to see this tag tournament through?
Tell me.
I want to beat Dakota Willer. She's in this tournament and just won her match with Sarah, meaning she's one step closer to going to last rights. We had a match last year and she kicked my ass. She kicked my ass so bad. I thought I was hot shit and I got fucking mollywopped. Embarrassed, really. And now I'm so much better than I was back then, and
Then if we cross paths, we'll beat her and Sarah. Simple as.
you know, I was ready to walk into the semifinals myself after all that. After what I just saw. That's how bad I want this, Tara. And I want to do this together. I want us to do this together. You told me we could lean on each other. Can I still trust that?
Of course you can. Look, I know I have this match of Eclipse coming up for the LGBTKO Tag Team titles, but that doesn't mean that I can't pursue a second pair, right?
I guess not. Please don't leave me in the dust. Again.
Tell you what. Say I do leave you in the dust, then you can ban me from training with you at the gym from now on. How's that sound?
I wouldn't do that. I still train with Maribel, so just let's go get those tag titles. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Besides, I can't exactly let you go off on your own now, can I?
What's that supposed to mean, T?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Now come on, let's get out of here. We got work to do, partner.
Oh, come on, that's not fair!
Well, it seems like things are being patched up between Alexis Danvers and Tara Monroe in the nick of time, too. But now we head into our main event of the evening. It's Cassandra Blade taking on Jessica Harper, who's absconded with the FLW Women's World Championship. She confirmed as much on our last episode, but we still have not seen her. And you've got to be wondering how Cassandra is feeling heading into this. She's probably really nervous to face the likes of Jessica Harper. The last time we saw Jessica Harper, albeit with questionable tactics, she defeated Alexis Danvers at Heaven Meets Hell. So now, Alexis Danvers has been in the tag division. Now, Cassandra Blade getting her a main event spot this evening. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Jessica wearing the FLW Women's World Championship around her own waist. Parading it around like it's her own prize. Jessica Harper defeating Alexis Danvers and then immediately attacking Megan Suzuki and Selena Adams later on that night and taking off with the title. The title that's not hers. Megan Suzuki is still the champion. The graphic is wrong. And now Jessica already on the attack, on the offense. And just slamming Cassandra into the mat. And calling Cassandra back up to her feet real quick. Jessica taking the fight to Cassandra Blade. Cassandra Blade unfortunately coming up short against Sylvia Calvert-Lewin back at Heaven Meets Hell, looking to try and bounce her way back with the victory tonight. You gotta be wondering, went for that back elbow, but you gotta be wondering, Megan Suzuki is more than likely in the back and watching this happen, or working somewhere trying to find the right moment to get her belt back. But Cassandra taking the fight to Jessica here now. And splash from Jessica, getting the 2 count, but it's not enough. And once again, getting a 2 count, but Jessica trying to make sure she stays in the match here, but Cassandra trying to play possum with Jessica, and goes for that enziguri, gets it flush. And Cassandra taking the fight to Jessica Harper, throwing her into the steel steps. Now Jessica thrown back into the ring by Cassandra. And Cassandra getting hit with a huge spine buster from Jessica. And now Cassandra, though, with a huge stun dog, going for the pin here. 1 and only a 1. Jessica Harper not wanting to take this as a loss. And Jessica now being trapped with the tilt-a-whirl, head scissors. fighting out, getting back, trying to take back the driver's seat from Cassandra Blade. Jumps over and hits that spinning back elbow. And Jessica tried picking her up, but Cassandra fell behind. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we might be seeing a hockey fight in the home of the Texas Stars, of the Dallas Stars. Will we get our hockey fight? No, we will not. Jessica not having it. And a 2 count. A 2 count from and Jessica with the base drop. He's going for the pin here. 1, 2, and Cassandra still kicks out. And Jessica looking for the eye of the Oracle. Going for the pin. 1, 2, and Cassandra still kicks out. And Jessica now getting hit with that DDT. And went for that cardiac kick, but Jessica sidestepping it. And Cassandra holding her own very well against Jessica Harper here this evening. A huge moonsault from the middle turnbuckle. Cassandra trying her best to keep the heat on Jessica. Goes to the top rope. Getting that eclipse, that stunner flush. Going for the pin here. 1, 2, and Jessica kicks out at 2. And being pushed to the ropes is Jessica. And huge kick going for, oh no, caught by Jessica and a huge power bomb. And Jessica and Cassandra trying to get the upper hand on each other. And just stretching out the body of Cassandra. Jessica trying to find the right positioning here. And it cost her. Ultimately, it cost her. Cassandra trying to take advantage, but Jessica not letting it happen. And Jessica just stomping on the hands. Oh, Cassandra Blade. And Danvers and Jessica fighting her way back into this match. Cassandra Blade may be in trouble here. Jessica now. Getting back into the ring. Referee at a count of 6, but Jessica restarting the count. And a huge code breaker from the top of the rope, and a single leg drop kick for Cassandra. Both women down. And Jessica lighting up Cassandra. And a huge side slam for Cassandra's troubles. And Jessica getting Cassandra back into the ring, going to the top turnbuckle, and went for that splash again, but Cassandra had it scouted. And Cassandra going for that stunner once again. 1, 2, and Jessica kicks out. And Jessica now with this butterfly DDT, going for the pin here. 1, 2, and Cassandra kicks out at 2. And Jessica was looking for something there, possibly the base drop, with Cassandra calling her to her feet. Jessica catching it, hitting with the knee. And Jessica just choking Cassandra in the corner. And now Jessica thrown into the corner. Cassandra wanting to end this, but Jessica getting out of the way with a huge clothesline. And Jessica going to the top rope. Went for that body splash again. And gets hit with that DDT. Cassandra going to the top here. And went for that eclipse again, but Jessica had it scouted. And Jessica with that back elbow. And goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Jessica Harper walks away with the victory. Cassandra Blade having given a valiant effort, but unfortunately just not enough to put away the insane witch of FLW. And Jessica walks away with the victory in the main event here this evening. Oh wait, there's Megan Suzuki! And oh my god! Jessica having grabbed the belt. And saw Megan coming.
Megan. You disappoint me. See, you had the perfect chance to get your little belt back. And to be fair, you did try to capitalize, but somehow I still have it. Even when you had the jump on me, you couldn't get the job done. So let me make this very clear to you. You're not getting this back unless fate says you get it back. And the jury is still out on that, at least as far as fate is concerned. But don't worry, you'll hear from me again about your little belt very, very soon. So go run along and lick your wounds while you can. Because they're going to be replaced with so very many more.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for this week's episode. Join us next time.